Hello, lovies. Welcome back to Listening with Kiki. If you're new here, my name is Christiane, but we're going by Kiki because it's shorter, easier, and it got a little ring to it. This space is all about helping women of integrity become who they were created to be. With love, with grace, with honor, and with power. We are going to be the most powerful community. We are going to be the most beautiful community out there. And that's that. Today's message is for the women that have been waiting on confirmation, that have been waiting for clarity and waiting on confidence. Because clarity doesn't come first, motion does. And if you're here, if you're back, thank you. Hello. You are amazing. And I am so proud of you for trying to be a better version of yourself. It's the little micro habits, it's the little micro decisions that you make every single day to get you to where you are trying to be. That is you transforming yourself. If you're here right now, you are trying to find a better version of yourself, or you're trying to seek something out of yourself, and that's amazing. You're great. You're amazing for expanding your brain, expanding your horizon. And if you are trying to also create a community where you want people to also think the way that we think, share this video. Hello. Let them know that this is it. This is the divine thinking. This is women of integrity. This is what we think. This is how we speak. This is how we are. This is how we carry ourselves. I think I did enough yapping. Let's get right into it. I've been getting a lot of questions saying, how did you know it was for you? How did you know what you were aligned with? How did you know what you have now? What is in your life, what you're doing every day? How did you know that that's what was aligned for you? And honestly, that's a really great question. So I'm gonna answer that for you guys, okay? With my motto, my life motto, it's like, you won't know what's for you until you try it. I've been on so many journeys. I feel like I haven't been on enough because there's so much that I still want to do. There's so much that I'm interested in still. I remember I did a couple classes at a community college. It was right after COVID too, so it was like everything was online. And I was like, okay, I'll give college a go because it was like the right thing to do. And like everyone around me was like, well, what are you doing? Like, you have to do it. So I was like, okay. So basically, I made the decision based off of what everyone else told me to do, which is okay. Now I know it wasn't for me. But back then, I didn't even know who I was so badly. I let everyone make the decision for me. There was a time where I was like, I'm stuck. I don't know what I'm doing. My situation right now is not my ideal situation. Something needs to change. Like, I was just questioning so much, like, about myself, and that we don't need that. We don't want that. And then one day I was just like, what am I doing? Like, time was going by. I think I did like 2 years of classes, or 1.5 years. I don't remember. But it came to a point where it was like, okay, what's your major? What are you doing? And because I was just doing all of my prereqs, and I'm just like, like, I kept switching and switching, and it came to the point where I'm just like, at this point, my GPA and my grades, even if I did pick a major, I'm not going to get where I want to get with what I want to do, because I didn't care so bad. Like, in college, I really didn't care for so long that my grades, terrible. I had no motivation. I had no like passion. And nothing inspired me. Being in classes, nothing inspired me, which is really sad because I really kind of wasted my time, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? Nothing is a waste of time. I love contradicting myself. So then one day I was finally like, okay, we're gonna just like not do that. We're not gonna continue doing this anymore. We're gonna just work until one day I'll find a spark, one day I'll find a passion, one day I'll figure out, okay, this is what I want to do as a major. And that's just what I was sitting on. So I stopped college. I worked and worked. Hi, Eva. And then one day it was just an idea to go to hair school, which that was never on my mind. Like, I didn't always want to be in the beauty world. I never even know how to do my own hair. I never even used a curling iron on my hair. Like, I was just so far away from beauty. Like, I had no experience. The only thing that I had was the fact that I had family that was also in the beauty world and did hair. So that's all I was kind of holding on to. There was nothing where I was like, oh, like, yeah, I've always had passion for hair. I always had like, it was never something a part of me. And it's funny because I was like introduced the idea of it. And at first, like, if anything, I'm more of a skincare girl. Like, I am so intrigued on skin. Like, that's what interests me. I originally was looking into the aesthetics program, and just financially, it wasn't in my criteria. So I ended up doing cosmetology school, which honestly, one of the best decisions I have ever made. And it made me realize, now when I look back at it, I've started things that didn't work out. I've walked into spaces I didn't feel ready for. But through every try, I got closer to what actually felt like home. And that's the point of life. You have to experience, you have to explore, and you have to evolve. I didn't know what aligned with me until I started doing things. So do the thing, do it with passion, even if it's something you don't like. And if you do it and you're like, okay, this really isn't for me, try something else. This life has so much to offer. There's so much out there for you. Keep trying things. Some of the most divine opportunities in my life came when I had no clue what I was doing. I said yes. I just moved. And then suddenly I was in rooms I didn't even expect. I was having conversations that I couldn't have scripted because I showed up. Not as a woman with a perfect plan, but a woman with faith and motion. You get into rooms you didn't even plan for when you move with faith. So the $1 million question I always get is, did you know you wanted to do hair? No, hello. The most important advice that I give out there is, even if something seems so out of line and not aligned with you, saying yes to things that doesn't even align with your purpose yet. But honestly, that's the point. You don't find alignment by standing still and waiting for clarity. You find it by moving and trying and letting God just guide you through the rooms, guide you with the right people, and having the best intention and hopes for where you are. Yes, things won't make sense until suddenly they do. And then you realize you were never off path. You were just being led. I think at some point, I was obsessed with purpose and clarity. As I look back at every decision I've made, the reality is most aligned paths start just by saying yes. Hello. How easy is that? That's literally so easy. Let me play devil's advocate. You say yes to something and it isn't aligned with you. It isn't aligned with what you want to do. It isn't that thing. It isn't the one. You are still going to walk out of there knowing so much more about yourself. You're going to walk out of there with the knowledge that you gained walking that wrong path. Sometimes clarity doesn't come from standing still. It comes from the contrast. You realize what's for you by seeing what's not. The key is self-awareness. Ask yourself, are you entering that room because you're curious and open, or because you're avoiding making a real decision? Hello. So stop overthinking. Integrity is action. I just know the most beautiful thing that came out of hair school was I grew so much. I know so much more about myself. I was able to meet such amazing people. I gained so much confidence. I'm like, I don't even know who I am right now. I do, but 2 years ago, if I told myself, this is who I am now, this is what you're gonna do, this is how you're gonna think, if I told myself this now, I would have been like, what? Hello? What did we do? Can I get there sooner? I'm gonna be like, yeah, just say yes sooner. Just do things sooner. Okay, get your ass up and do things sooner. The courage to be, to do, to say, to do it, because when you're done doing it, when you're done saying whatever the hell you're saying, at the end of that sentence, at the end of that season, at the end of that decision, you're walking out of there knowing, 10% more than you did walking in. Your path will be revealed to you during the process. If I could talk to my past self, I would tell her, you are not gonna have it all figured out. You're not gonna have the whole plan. You're not meant to have it all figured out. It's not a common thing to have things figured out. You're kind of just like, you're doing so many trials and errors. You're not doing things because it's all planned out. Yeah, it's good to have a plan. It's good to have an idea, a vision. But 99% of the time, doing things does not come with a promised outcome. It doesn't come with a promised path. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to know. Come on. Hello. Just try it. You don't have to marry the idea. You don't have to make it your identity. Just try it. Take the step. Because life will meet you when you move. And no one can block what's meant to find you in your motion. Hello. I honestly am so grateful I went to hair school. I am so grateful I now can walk away in this life to be like, okay, I know how to do hair. I know how to wax. I know how to do this. This is it. Like, I am just what my goal is, and I think is such a healthy thing to do, is to just test as many talents, as many decisions, as many loves, as many interests that you have. Test it in your life, experience life, just keep going, keep picking up things, putting them down, picking up things, ending it quick. Just keep trying things until you're literally like tired of trying so much, which most likely won't happen. I don't know if I'm just bored or if I have ADHD, but I love experiencing everything once. At least once, even if it's something I'm not even about. I just know I can walk away and say, I tried it, I did it, I learned. What a win. It's a win no matter what. Even if it's not the end game plan, it's a win no matter what. Because you know so much more about yourself. You're going to walk away with more knowledge. You're gonna walk away with more experience. You're gonna walk away facing the people that you face with that specific path that you had, that you were walking on. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Hello. So if you're waiting on a sign, this one might be it. Not might. This one is it. Wake up. Hello. If you're someone that needs things to look perfect, needs things to be a specific look, a specific way in order to do that thing, we're cutting that out. Okay, we're not letting fear disguise itself as perfection. We're not letting overthinking hold our purpose hostage. What we're doing is we're moving, we're trying, we're exploring. Even if we fail, who cares? Oh my God, let me fall on my face and get my ass up and know more about myself. Why did I fall on my face? Because I stepped incorrectly. Stop stepping incorrectly. Duh, you learn more about yourself. Clarity doesn't come from waiting, it comes from walking and not falling on your face. And the life, the purpose, the peace you have been praying for, it doesn't meet you at the starting line. Hello, it meets you in the motion. I definitely feel like I could have kept going with this topic, but I'm going to, for now, keep things short, sweet, simple, and in the meantime, try to cut things down a little bit. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and give yourself a pat on the back, a kiss on the cheek. I don't know how you're gonna do that, but give yourself that recognition, because you are becoming more and more a woman of integrity, and that's all that matters. I love you. Thank you guys so much. Let's kick this day's ass, and let's make decisions very intentionally, but a little chaotically too, because we love a balance. All right, we're balancing out here. It's healthy. Come on, balance is healthy. Hello, love you. Bye.